Welcome to the show. I'm Danella, and here's what's happening now. We are not at our usual studio because we're in an unusual location. Right now we're in our home, and this is soon to be known as the place formerly known as my home, because we're moving, so that's why I wasn't able to make it to the studio. But the show must go on, and I've decided, instead of going dark, to take you with me in this transition. So a couple things you got to keep in mind. One, please excuse the audio. We are not in our studio. And two, if you hear some weird things like, I don't know, boxes, a baby, dishes, just know that's what goes on in the home. All right, so I gotta work fast. I gotta work while the baby is napping and while we're taking a break from packing. So here we go. Before we start Political Pop, I want to give you an update on my neck, my back. All right, because oddly, I spoke about this last week, and actually one of our viewers, a friend of the show here, said this. He said, I thought you were joking about your back being injured. So remember I was talking to you guys about updates on new procedures. Instead of grabbing pills when you have a backache, doctors are saying, hey, you should exercise, do a little yoga, do a little massaging. So anyway, the Wrath of Khan, that was the grip on my back. I found out I had a pinched nerve, and so for this last week I've been going to the best chiropractor in the world, and we're doing some physical therapy. So the update is this. I know I told you that I was going to start yoga to see if I would get some relief, but I can't do that yet because I'm still injured. So I'll keep you posted, because seriously, if yoga solves my back problem, I'm going to shout it from the mountaintop. All right, now let's get into the show. Oh, and politics. It's been another eventful week. So as we know, healthcare, everybody's working on it, trying to get it together. And I thought this was funny. Last week, Trump said this. Mr. Trump said this. Nobody knew that healthcare could be so complicated. Yeah, he said that. And the Obama camp were like, yo, we knew. Here's what the Obama camp said. So Neera Tanden, and she actually was the top health official in the Obama administration. So she was all working with Obamacare. She said this. Maybe I should just say that karma is a serious thing. She adds, healthcare is hard, governing is hard, and Republicans are now living with the fruits of never putting forward a plan and making promises they can't keep. I didn't say that. She said that. All right. So a lot of things are happening with the health plan. So this is the thing that's standing out the most to me, besides all the other problems. So let's talk about the tax credit. So here's what they're doing. The big difference in the GOP's plan is this. The tax credit currently in Obamacare is based off of income. However, the GOP's plan, the tax credit is mostly based off of your age. So what does that mean? If you're an older adult, you'll get twice as much as a younger adult, right? Well, here's where the real problem is. Older adults are going to get charged 5 times more for insurance. 5 times more. So is that credit really helping you? That's crazy. And here's the big problem, the big question. And a lot of people are concerned, even conservative Republicans are like, I don't know about this bill. Democrats are like, no way. Even insurance companies are, like, I don't like this plan. But here's the big question, is how are the Republicans going to pay for the cost of the tax credit? And then the second big question, right? I almost want to say this is the first big question. That is, how much does everything cost? So literally they're working on something and they're saying, yeah, we'll let you know how much it costs soon. That's crazy, and that's your political pop. Now we're going to move on to In Our World. Run, the robots are coming. And honestly, if I can get a robot to come in here, just one good strong one, help with some of this hacking and cleaning, it'd be great. Anyway, the robots are coming. So Shelley Palmer, this was great. There was an article I found on LinkedIn, and Shelley Palmer he's the CEO of the Palmer Group. So basically, they work with technology solutions. They follow, media marketing, and they have a special emphasis on machine learning and data-driven decision making. So he's way qualified to talk about this topic. 5 jobs that the robots are least likely to take. And I love this because you may be wondering, hey, what's going to happen to my job? All right, so number 1, preschool, elementary school teachers. This makes sense, right? You want your kids to be human, so why teach them, why have robots teach them? Number 2, professional athlete. And so he says this, it'd be interesting to watch robots play football, but, we like human athletes, Yeah, we all do. Number 3, politician. Now, personally, that can be questionable. All right, maybe not. Politicians. Number 4, judge. And when he says judge, don't think just in a courtroom. Think of anybody whose job it is to be both subjective and objective, okay? So any judges, let's say a pie eating contest or an Olympian, you know, all those judges will be secure. And the 5th job, and this is safe from robots, is mental health professionals. And to me, that kind of definitely doesn't need explaining. Makes sense. So not on the list, he put artist, dancer, painter, and musician, and singers. And he said he purposely left that off the list because he feels none of these jobs are truly safe from robots. And he was like, if you want to think about it, think about all the technological advancements that have happened on the arts. But here's what you can do. If your job is being taken over by a robot, or, you know, in layman's term, being automated, learn all about the automation of your job, and then learn everything you can about what your job will evolve into and become what he calls the very best man-machine partner you can be. So good luck with that. Now let's move on to a disgusting story, but I gotta tell you, did you guys hear about this Lyme disease warning that they're giving the Northeast? Yeah, disgusting. Lyme's, so for me, Lyme disease, I always thought of Lyme disease more as being deer ticks, you know, because my family, we like to hike and we, you know, take nature walks a lot. And so I always think deer tick, but the CDC is saying, in fact, that is not the most common way people get Lyme disease. It's actually when you're gardening outside of your home. So how are they determining we're going to have high cases of Lyme? Well, they look at the mice. Ugh! I thought it was the deer. No, it's really the mice. Mice are huge carriers of ticks that carry Lyme. Disgusting. So here's what they say you have to look out for, okay? Because last summer there was a rise of mice, which means that's going to be a rise in cases of Lyme. So check yourself every day. If you're out gardening, if you're out playing with the little ones in the yard, check yourself and check the places ticks like to hide. Ugh, I didn't know this, but it's crevices. Like behind your ear, like under your armpit, on your scalp, and even in your groin. Check those areas because generally speaking, ticks can infect you with Lyme in about 24 hours once they bite you. So once they bite you, the faster you find it, the faster you get it off of you, the lower your chance is for getting Lyme disease. So once you get in the house, what do? You think wash your clothes, right? No, that's totally wrong. You should put your clothes in the dryer first for at least 20 minutes. Why? Because those little suckers don't drown. If you wash them, they'll stay alive. So they say you have to bake them. It's disgusting. So yeah, put your clothes in the dryer on high heat at least 20 minutes, then wash them, then you'll kill any possible ticks on your clothes. Stay with me, we're almost done. The next thing you should do, cover your skin. We know this, right? Long sleeves, right? Long pant legs, that kind of thing. Bodysuit, that's my addition. Yeah, cover yourself. So what do you do if you see a tick on you? Well, they suggest taking tweezers and squeezing the head, not the body. Grab the head to remove the tick. They say if you squeeze the body, what's going to happen is you're going to squeeze out all of the guts into your skin and could possibly make yourself sick. Now, if you have been bitten and you see a rash, and the rash grows, and it looks like a bullseye, and you're feeling some joint pain, see a doctor immediately. The faster you seek treatment, the faster, you raise your chances of healing. So, yeah, how about some good news, right? Don't you want some good news after all that disgusting news? Yeah, here's some. But before we do, let's get into our sponsor. Our sponsor today is Intuitive Creative Agency, and I honestly cannot say enough about their professionalism as well as their work ethic. So, stunning websites, you want it, they have it. If you don't believe me, you can check out my site, DanellaNow.com, or you can go to the source, intuitivecreate.com. Now, on to good news. Grammy award-winning artist Chance the Rapper donates $1 million to Chicago public schools. Now, I know you heard about this. That's amazing. But what I love also is that yesterday, this inspired Seattle Seahawks, what's his name? Michael Bennett. You know Michael Bennett? Asking my husband, he says yes, he knows him. All right, so yeah, this guy's defensive tackle, and what he did was he's planning to donate all of his 2017 endorsements. Isn't that awesome? He's also donating 50% of his jersey sales. What's he sending it to? Well, he says he wants to rebuild minority communities through STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and initiatives that directly affect women of color. This is amazing. And he doesn't stop there. He says he challenges other pro athletes to do the same, to donate a portion of their endorsements for the entire year. I think that's amazing. Also, did you hear about this, Dave Chappelle? So Dave Chappelle is really doing his civic duty. Yeah, he attended his local town hall meeting. And this is in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So yeah, he goes and he speaks up. You want to hear what he has to say about his local policing and the government? Well, I have some clips on my Facebook page. You can log on to facebook.com/DanellaCLive. Now, I don't have much time. This baby's about to wake up. I still have some packing to do. I will see you next week. But before we leave, of course, we have to give you the ending of the show. And I'm going to say this. So often we do not do this. We think we're superhuman. We don't ask for prayers. So I'm going to say,